Hi guys, I'm coming on to do a quick little tip video, let's have a little chat. I hope everyone's doing very well. Hope you've enjoyed the last couple of videos. I'm almost at 1,000, so please guys, subscribe, go over, check out my Instagram, and leave me a comment. Let's chat. But anyway, I want to do a quick video, a part 1 video on homemaking, tips on homemaking. And I think it's so important nowadays that we focus in on homemaking and the importance of homemaking. And I think that I want to talk about the stigma that homemaking is only for married women or people with small children or stay-at-home moms, and that's just not the case. Homemaking is for whether you're single, whether you're married with no children, married with older children, empty nesters. Homemaking is for everyone. Homemaking is simply turning your house into a home. And that is important because we can't control the world outside, but we can control our atmospheres inside. So I just wanted to give some quick tips and my thoughts on homemaking and some really simple ways we can do it. First of all, as it pertains to whether you're single or married, being a homemaker. Now, let's be clear. Being a stay-at-home mom is a full-time, no breaks, very little reward job. That is very true. But it's not, being a homemaker is not limited to being a stay-at-home mom. And sometimes people are kind of dismissive when they love to say, I'm not a homemaker, I'm a career woman. So I don't do this and I don't do that. No, we're all charged with our home. Whether we work or we stay at home and just take care of our families full time, home is our first priority and responsibility. Now that may look differently for different people. If you're not the mom that has the time to prepare meals and, have every corner of your house perfectly organized, and you're not the person, well then it's your responsibility to set up processes for that. Whether that looks like having a housekeeper come in. Being a homemaker is knowing that you need to have a housekeeper come in. Whether it's, getting a nanny for extra help. Being a homemaker is like, to make things run smoothly in this home, I need to call in a nanny. I need to get some backup. That is still homemaking because you're preparing and taking care of your atmosphere. So that can be even if you're a single woman. You don't have children to prepare a meal for, but what about you making sure you put a little crock pot on for yourself? So when you walk in from doing a long day's hard work, you have a meal prepared for yourself when you get home. You can do that for yourself. You can take a day where you prep all of your meals so that you don't have to worry about it all week. You take a day, you make sure that maybe before you leave for work, you go ahead and turn the bed down for yourself. So that when you come home, your bed is prepared and ready for you and awaiting you to come and rest. You can set up your favorite things all around your bedroom or whatever it is you need to prepare yourself for when you get home. That's even if you're single. That's all homemaking is taking time and setting the atmosphere. It is so important that we set our atmosphere in our home because, again, we can't control the world. We can't control the cruel world that we send our families out to every day. But praying in your home sets an atmosphere, all right? I've always been really big on making sure that my house is not in chaos when my husband comes home. My husband works from home now, and I make sure the house is peaceful during the day. We do have a little chirping, barking dog, which there's Coco, which I have lots of videos on Coco, guys, if it's your first time here. So please go look at some of those videos. I even threw her birthday party. But anyway, it is so important that you set the atmosphere throughout the day. Now, what does that look like, set the atmosphere? Number 1, I talked about praying. Number 2, I like to do something called waking the house up in the mornings. And that is simply open the windows up. Even in the winter, I open the windows up. Of course, I do live in the South. But I love to open the windows up. You pull back your sheets. Let the fresh air hit the sheets, put the Febreze on your sheets and everything. And, let everything air out from the night before. You open up all of your blinds. Let the sun come in. Put on a nice hot cup of coffee. Let that permeate the whole household just to wake everyone up. I prefer like to prepare my husband breakfast, but I have the time to do that. If you don't have the time to do that, something that they used to do back in the day is they used to prepare the night before for the next morning. That's something that my mother and mother-in-law always did, was prepare our clothes, whether it be laying your clothes out, getting your children, everyone, things prepared for the night, for the next day, so that you start the day well. You're not starting your day in chaos. Where's this? Where's that? Where's my homework? Where's that? Everything is already together. And again, this takes time and practice, and implement things as you go. But little things like preparing for the next day, really helps to set your day for the next day. Have to set you up for the next day, I'm sorry. And so that would also go into atmosphere, because you're not leaving the house in chaos. Everyone's not yelling, where's my shoe? Where's my homework? Have you seen my briefcase, honey? No, everything's already prepared, so everyone could just get out of the house. Speaking of that, bringing everyone in home. When everyone comes home for the day, one of my favorite times of the day is something I call Blue Hour. And I've always loved Blue Hour, even when I was a little kid. It's because that's typically right around like 6 o'clock. Everyone's coming home from work. Everyone's getting ready to go in from playing outside all day. And mom has dinner going, so the house smells like dinner. All your siblings are coming home. Your parents are coming home. Homework's getting done. It is, people may be taking their dogs out for the evening walk. Neighbors people are finally have just changed their clothes from work and are getting relaxed. So when I say setting the house for the evening, it's lighting your candles when you come in the evening. Now, my husband loves tropical. That makes him think of vacation. So I always try to have tropical candles, tropical incense and plug-ins. All that sets to the mood of your home. Have nice, smooth music playing. My husband works from home, so we like to keep coffee going during the day, have our tropical candles on, and we like to have some smooth jazz playing, lighthearted, be it Frank Sinatra or Billie Holiday. Something really smooth playing that sets the atmosphere throughout the day. It really doesn't take much. When my children were small, I always like to have cinnamon buns, or I would make just add milk, blueberry muffins for them when they came home from school, so they have that smell. My mother always did that for me and my brother when we would come home from school. She always had our favorite snacks laid out on our bed or downstairs. And even if you or your children don't come home from school because you work, send them with a snack that makes them think of home. And again, this is all preparing for your family, being prepared, thinking ahead. All that goes a long way. Guys, this world is so crazy. We cannot control the world around us, but we can control our atmosphere inside of our homes. So every day is not going to be sunshine. People are going to disagree. We're family. We're going to argue. We're going to have disagreements. We're going to lose things. Can't find. It's going to be frustrating days in business. But if we can pull the family back together, keep our homes a peaceful place, that's where we start. And that's what makes a house a home. So I didn't want to go too long, guys. I just wanted to come on here and get some initial tips on homemaking. And it is vitally important that we take time to make our homes a house. And it's so important to have a nice candle going when you get home from work, whether you're single, married, or whatever. Cut the lamps on to set the mood in your homes. Have something lighthearted playing on TV. Don't spend all your time watching news and have that going, because the local news can be depressing and the national news can be depressing. So it is good to always set our atmospheres and to be prepared for our families. And also have your house surrounded in prayer. I know my ministry has a nightly prayer that our pastor does every night for us. Put that on speakerphone if you have anything like that. If you would like that number, leave a comment and I'll drop down the number in the link. And you can just click on and listen to the nightly prayer. Put that in your atmosphere, in your household. Play some good smooth gospel music. If that makes you feel good to, have that in your atmosphere. We're all about setting the atmospheres in our home. And again, this is not just something you need to do if you're married, if you have small children, to be a homemaker. Anyone and everyone could be a homemaker. My mother-in-law worked a full-time job, 12-hour shifts, raised 3 children on her own, and was the ultimate homemaker. So I have an example of what my mother did as a full-time married homemaker, and we'll have to go through that. I'm gonna talk to my mom and ask her if she can remember what her morning routine is. I just remember morning, noon, and night, my mom was in the kitchen ironing clothes, doing laundry and ironing clothes. She was like all day in there. But we had a big household and lots of people who lived with us, so I'm gonna ask her what her routine is. And my mother-in-law, who worked all the time, but she did a lot of prepping. She did a lot of make ahead meals. She did a lot of like batch cooking, putting things away, and she made sure that, you know, her children laid their clothes out in the night before. She did a lot of preparing that way. So both examples of 2 women, one married, one not married, but they were still homemakers and they took care of home. And the main thing is to make sure you don't neglect your home, because home is where the heart is. Home is where we refresh ourselves. Home is where we come to get restored. Is where we comfort ourselves. So home is so important. So thank you guys for watching this little tips video. I have lots of more tips and things to add, and we'll continue this conversation, guys. Give me your opinions and your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm almost at 1,000. Bye, guys.